Hello everyone, today we have 3 more of the new Mattel Disney Princess dolls. I'm going to follow a similar format as my previous video by doing a quick unboxing / review of these, followed by a couple comparisons of previous dolls these characters have had, and finally, the best part, the makeovers. All 3 of these ladies will be getting new articulated bodies, a slight facial repaint, hair restyled, and new dresses, so let's get into it. Here are their boxes. You can see it has the artwork on the bottom, and then on the back you have a screenshot from the film, and then it also shows the complete princess lineup that Mattel has made. Here's Rapunzel. I ended up getting the deluxe one of her, not the individual release, just because I wanted to have the longer hair. The single release has hair down to like her waist, whereas you gotta have a Rapunzel doll with long hair. I'm probably gonna just scrap all the accessories, but yes, this is the one to get. And now let's get these dolls out of the box. Here they all are unboxed. Rapunzel came with a lot of accessories, as you saw, that I really don't care about, because again, I'm just after the hair. But I did think this little frying pan, that is actually a brush, is super cute. Anyways, another plus side to this Rapunzel also is that she has the flat feet, whereas the individual one is wearing heels for some reason. Now we're going to start the comparisons, and first up is Mulan. Here she is with the original Hasbro doll. I don't think the Hasbro Mulan was ever that terrible, but again, I just love everything going on with this Mattel sculpt a lot more, proportionally and everything. But again, Hasbro in their first wave did do all fabric clothes. Ooh. Here she is with the Disney Store sculpt that we had for like a decade plus before the Ultimate Princess Designer Collection gave us this sculpt last year. I think this is the best Mulan sculpt we've ever got. Even though she looks like slightly sad, I think like face shape wise, it's like extremely movie accurate. And last, we'll do a classic 90s Mattel comparison. Again, wild to see how far these characters have come. Now on to Rapunzel. First we have this Hasbro doll that they did. They're kind of similar, but again, the new Mattel face is just way more movie accurate as far as like shape. But this Hasbro one had the like insanely long hair. She was like $15. This is the kind of hair every Rapunzel doll deserves. She has a similar Disney Store situation as Mulan. Here's the sculpt that we had for like a decade plus. Again, I have never seen Rapunzel in this sculpt. It looks absolutely nothing like her. And then here's the new Disney Store one, which I think is just the best sculpt we've ever gotten for the character. And as you can see, both her and the new Mattel one have that signature Rapunzel smirk. And now last, here's Jasmine. I just realized I have Hasbro comparisons for all 3 of these girls, so that's fun. As you can see, her skin tone over, I would say just the past 2 years, has really gotten darker and like more movie accurate to me. Yet again, similar to the other 2, which is funny now that I think about it. Here was the Disney Store sculpt with the massive forehead. It doesn't look as massive here with this like gem styled down as it's supposed to, but again, I never knew who this was. And then this is the newer Disney Store sculpt, which I absolutely adore. And then one more Jasmine with 90s Mattel Jasmine. And now it's time for the makeovers. Over the years, I've received some requests on how I do my Jasmine hairstyle, so I wanted to do a little tutorial, because why not? But I am going to spoil the repaint in the process, so woo! Ta-da! Here she is. And now let's get started on the hair. We're going to start by taking 2 little sections towards the part line, and I do mean little, like I would say something like that. And then you're gonna take some thread and we're gonna tie a little knot right here. So it's gonna look something like this, and then I'm just gonna cut the excess off. And then the hair is gonna kind of part on whatever side it was originally, and then this is just gonna kind of like bring her hairline down how it's supposed to be in the animation. Next, you're gonna kind of separate these two front sections from the back like that on each side, and then you're just gonna clip it into the front. Then with that remaining hair in the back, just put it into a like nice clean ponytail, and then come and take these sections up front, and we're going to twist them back essentially, and then connect. So then you'll have something like this, and then you're just gonna fluff out these two sides as desired. Just mess around with it for a little bit. Then you're gonna add one more hair tie on the bottom there to finish off her signature bubble braid, and then of course her headband, and there's Jasmine. Here are 3 dolls all completed. I absolutely love the way they turned out. I'm gonna go break down each individual repaint and restyle like I did in the previous video. So let's get into it. I had a lot of fun with Rapunzel. I ended up putting her on one of the new Disney Illy, I guess that's what they're calling them, doll bodies. I always hated how Rapunzel, who's barefoot in her entire movie, gets these like small little Disney store feet, and like proportionally it just doesn't look the greatest. So when I saw these new bodies had the larger feet, I was like, huh. And not only do you get the more proportional Rapunzel feet look for like a barefoot doll, you also get this like gorgeous little collarbone up here. I also ended up swapping the hands. This is the Illy one. They're like slightly larger, more realistic. I wanted to just have the normal like Disney princess hands so she could fit in with the rest of the dolls. They do have the exact same peg, so it's very easy to swap them out, and I think it has a really nice effect overall. And no, I didn't reroute her. Oop. As far as her face goes, I think this is officially my favorite Rapunzel sculpt now that has ever been made. I wasn't like overly excited about it when I first saw pictures, but after repainting it, I really see how accurate it is to the movie. I just widened the white part of her eyes a little bit, filled in her eyes again, making them have less of those reflective glares. I then thinned out her brows on each side because they were a little thick compared to the movie. And then I also thinned out her bottom lip and repainted them a darker shade. I also wanted to share that the doll's hair is like phenomenal quality. All I did was boil it to like straighten it and then conditioner only. Not only is the hair longer on that playset doll, but it's also this quality, which I wouldn't think the $10 version would have. So it's definitely worth it to buy this more expensive doll. I just love her on this body, like the Rapunzel doll of my dreams. Mulan was probably the easiest to complete. I ended up removing her black eyeliner on the bottom and replacing it with a lighter color like the animation. And then I just painted her top lip a different shade to contrast with her bottom lip. The lip shape and the eyebrow shape were like phenomenal from Mattel. So really only the work was in the eyes and the irises and just kind of bringing her closer to the animation. And she is just on a classic doll Mulan body from the Disney store. The skin tones are almost exact, so that's very nice. Here's Jasmine. She turned out decent. I think I'm just not a fan of sculpts where Jasmine is showing teeth when smiling. You can't really beat this to me. Like, this is just like perfect. But I think it is, for the most part, pretty animation accurate, and it does look like the character. Similar to all the repaints so far, I widened the white part of her eyes a little, making her eyes bigger, and then redoing the liner on the bottom there. I also added more saturation to her lips
and then just like pointed the brows a little bit more and then filled in her irises. And then I had to pierce her ears as well because the doll didn't come with pierced ears. And then I just painted the little round gold circle on her headband that the doll came with because I like having like a sculpted headband for Jasmine because the Disney store usually just does a piece of ribbon. So I figured why not try to make it work. As far as her body, Jasmine is just on Made to Move. It's the newer one that's in stores right now with the floral tights. I'll put a picture right there.
And finally, here's all 7 of my customized Disney princesses together. I'm so in love with these sculpts. As far as the remaining princesses, I probably won't be completing the lineup anytime soon. I kind of only bought the ones that really excited me off the bat, and the rest are just kind of, meh. Especially Snow White. I think they did her dirty. Her and Cinderella, I don't really see the character. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. I have a lot of new projects coming soon, and I can't wait to share them with all of you. Bye!